Hello again. This training course is part of Morrison's commitment to upgrade our child safety systems using the CSPN standards. Many of you took a course like this last year. This is a follow-up course intended for all volunteers and employees. Now, at the conclusion of this course, there'll be a brief quiz. And that's just to practice what you've learned and to document that you finished the course. Physical abuse at home is the most common type of child abuse reported at Morrison. Child-to-child abuse is also a threat to our students. Some child-to-child touching among young children can be quite innocent. But when there's a significant age difference or size difference, then it's classified as child abuse. Remember, there are 3 primary safeguards that reduce the risk of child abuse. We should use at least one of these whenever we are around children: visibility, accountability, and balancing power. Let's take a minute to apply this to our life at Morrison. Imagine you're in an empty classroom and a middle school student comes in and they're crying. Is this a high risk or low risk situation? Think of at least 3 or 4 ways that you could make this a safer environment for the child and for you. Now, choose 2 of those safeguards that you think would be best for you and the child. Obviously, child safety is everybody's responsibility. Abuse can happen suddenly, but we can reduce the risk of child abuse by being alert. Students are much more likely to be abused by someone they know than by a stranger. And abuse often remains hidden for many years. The remainder of this course is to help us recognize the indicators or warning signs of child abuse. Each of these indicators should be considered as opportunities for prevention. Now, in and of themselves, these indicators do not prove child abuse has happened. When these indicators are reported in writing to the principal, then a CSPN-trained investigator can make professional evaluations. When abuse is substantiated, then the abused child will receive the protection and support that they desperately need. Our reports increases the chance of recovery for an abused student. Our reports also discourage abusers from targeting our students. Now let's take a minute to reflect on which of these indicators you may have observed in the past. If you notice any of these indicators of abuse, then observe for other indicators. If you see multiple indicators, then inform the principal in writing. Most accidental injuries are to the front side of the body, since children are usually moving forward and these commonly show on their forehead, nose, chin, palms, elbows, knees. Ask yourself, is this child capable of this type of accidental physical injury? A child can experience abusive behavior with no outward signs or indicators of physical abuse. If you notice any of these indicators of abuse, then be alert for other indicators and inform the principal in writing. Take a minute to reflect on which of these indicators you have observed in the past. We should also be attentive for verbal indicators, such as, "My babysitter keeps bothering me," or, "What would happen if one of my classmates said that his daddy was hitting him with a stick?" If you observe several of these indicators, please inform the principal in writing within 24 hours. Often a sexual abuser goes through a grooming process of gaining the child's trust, making the child feel special, and setting up opportunities for abuse away from school. Child-to-child sexually harmful behavior can range from experimentation that has gone just a little too far to serious sexual assault. Many times, one or both of the children don't understand that this behavior is harmful. We all need to be alert to these warning signs. Take a minute and reflect on which of these indicators you may have observed in the past. If you observe any of these indicators, inform the principal in writing. Also, if you observe children that are engaged in inappropriate touching, instruct them to move to a place where adults could see them. When a student reports abuse to any adult, the adult's first primary responsibility is to listen with compassion. We should do this without any attempt to evaluate the credibility of the report. Take a minute to practice these 5 responses. Say them to yourself. When you see multiple indicators of a suspected abuse, or when a student reports abuse, include this information in your written report to the principal. The principal will help you find this list in Procedure 465. It's titled Child Safety and Protection. Do not put pressure on the child to reveal more information. Just document what they report and what you observe. Also, be careful to guard the student's confidentiality. Do not talk to parents or colleagues, and do not press the child for more information. This could jeopardize the investigation of the trained CSPN professional. Remember, the sooner these indicators of abuse are reported, the better the chance of recovery. Well, this concludes this course. Please take this 5-question quiz. If you don't get the answer right the first time, just try again. Everyone gets 100% on this quiz. You will also be asked to reread the Code of Conduct for Child Safety. This will be recorded in the Child Safety Training Database so the principal can see that you finished this course. Thank you again for taking this course and for making Morrison a safer place for everybody.